Fit like a bee, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. We've got a little bit of NIMBY rails on here as well. Built up some more lines. I'd like to say thank you to Carrington as well. He did mention that there was a train from Edinburgh that came along the west coast and then down into London. I didn't know that train existed, but I could not find it in the actual rail network scheduling, but eventually I found it. The only way I could find it was to type in Edinburgh to Birmingham and then Birmingham to London, which is exactly the same train. If you look on the schedule, it's the same. It runs when it arrives in Birmingham, it then leaves a couple of minutes later to go down to London. But every time I was trying to go to Edinburgh to London, it was just giving me the LNER services on the east coast. It wouldn't actually factor in the route that goes down to Birmingham. So there's a couple of new routes. I will just explain them. We've got some white trains on here, so we'll do them first. Now this is Birmingham to London, and it's a Chiltern Railways service, so it goes down to London Marylebone station. Down here it then heads up and where does it actually go? It goes to Gerrard's Cross, it goes to Beaconsfield. Is that the next one? Yeah, Beaconsfield, High Wycombe. It stops in there. I don't think it stops in... It stops at Princess Risborough. Hardenham stops there. And then it keeps on going. And then it's a fair length before it gets to Bicester. Or Bicester. I don't know how to pronounce that. It doesn't stop here at King Sutton. It does stop at Banbury. And then it goes up to Leamington Spa, which is the next stop. And then it stops at Warwick and Warwick Parkway. It doesn't stop here, but it does stop at Dulwich, Windley Manor, which is here, and then Solihull, which is there. And then it continues up into Birmingham Moor Street. And then it heads back. So we've got two trains on there. I think I added something different to this. Yeah, I added, what is that? It's probably not the right train, but this has been lingering in the list, the Class 460, for a while, so I thought it'd be cool to use it. It does have sort of white livery. I do believe that we have some Chiltern Railways trains in our depots or on the workshop. I'm going to check everything before we go, and then we'll get Birmingham Station set up as well. Right, so the Avanti West Coast, which is this one here, so that is heading to London Euston. That is the one that goes to Edinburgh. So it comes out of London Euston here. It stops at Watford Junction. I'm actually going to pull it up lest I forget. Watford Junction. It then stops at Milton Keynes, which I believe is slightly further up. Yeah, it stops at Milton Keynes. And then it goes up to Rugby, where the next stop is. It then goes through Coventry and then into Birmingham. And then it continues from Birmingham to Sandwell and Dudley, which I don't think I've got in, but I've got Wolverhampton. The schedule has changed because the train I was looking at has actually left. And now it's giving me the next Avanti West Coast train, which leaves in 4 hours and 12 minutes time. And it is 5 o'clock in the evening at the moment, so it leaves at like 9 o'clock. Must be a sleeper train, is it? If it's leaving London Euston. Or it gets into London Euston. Ooh, who knows, right. Wolverhampton, so it stops at Wolverhampton there. It then goes up to Crewe. It then goes up to Warrington. It goes through Wigan. And then it's basically the same as the other one. It goes through Preston, Lancaster, Kendal, or Oxenholme. I spelled that wrong. Oxenholme. Should be an M in there. So M needs to go in there. There we go. Oxenholme Lake. And then it continues up. It stops at Carlisle. and then it branches off like the other trains do, and it stops at Haymarket and goes into Edinburgh. It maybe is a sleeper train, I don't know. It's maybe why I couldn't find it in the schedule, but I did find it eventually. So who knows? I don't think we have any Avanti West Coast sleeper trains. Alright, we'll check Workshop before I go into Transport Fever 2 and do that. Right, third and final line is Manchester to London. Now it, I believe, has its own Avanti West Coast train, I think, because I could not find one that went down. There maybe is, we'll check it. So we'll say Glasgow to Manchester, but I think it's all Transpennine stuff, pretty much. Let's have a look. So we're on the map, Transpennine, yeah, so the Avanti West Coast does sort of run past it, but then you always have to take a connecting train, Northern, Transpennine, Caledonian Sleeper, Avanti West Coast, Transpennine, Northern, yes, so there's no direct one that goes down, but there is a direct train from Manchester to London. It's Avanti West Coast train, so I've rigged that basically up as well. So it comes out of London Euston, it stops at Milton Keynes, it then goes up to Stockton on Trent, Stoke on Trent is actually its next stop, and then it stops at Macclesfield, Stockport, and then it goes into Manchester. So there's not many stops for that, but we'll factor that in as well. We'll get a train from Manchester to London. In the actual Transport Fever 2 map, I went to rework Manchester Station, Wigan Station, and Preston Station. I think I'm going to do that today, probably. We'll do that in that episode. We'll build the stations out and make them look more sort of interesting. I was also going to do there's a little Crewe to Birmingham route that uses, I think it's West Midlands Rail. I'm pretty sure. We'll check it. Crewe to Birmingham. Oh, I've already been searching for this because I was going to do this little line. That's the road. We need the rails. Yeah, West Midlands trains. So that would be kind of cool to get that on. And it just goes from Crewe to Birmingham. Now obviously that's a really short route on the Transport Fever 2 map. But the route for this is basically built. Kingsgrove, Stoke-on-Trent, Stone. Yeah, so we could add that. In fact, I probably will, because one of the trains does have to go through Birmingham. Yeah. I think the Edinburgh one goes through Crewe and all that, and then goes down. Oh, this has got Stoke-on-Trent. Why would you stop there? So Crewe is... Okay, so you are sort of coming along. So this one here is a cross-country train that heads down. Crewe of Birmingham New Street. That's odd. And then this one sort of comes up over the top here and then goes into there. So we'll maybe do that as well. We'll just see. I've not added it in this map. I'll maybe add it later. I do want to do a lot of cross-country trains as well. There are trains that come from Edinburgh all the way down to Plymouth, ones that leave Manchester down to Southampton and Bournemouth, I do believe. And I'd like to get them up and running as well. But we'll head over to the Transport Fever 2 map and start deleting some stations and rebuilding them. And then we'll add trains onto these lines, and then we'll build up the new trains. So, here we are on the Transport Fever 2 map. Here is Manchester Station, which is going to get a rework, really. We want to sort of change this up. I mean, it might be actually okay. Is it okay? I mean, we're still going to need trains heading out to Wales and stuff, which will probably have to go out this way. especially like Wrexham. In fact, we'll just leave it. We'll just get the new lines built, sort of up and running. So the lines, right? So the first line is the line that goes from Edinburgh. I have placed a station here at Birmingham. I'm actually going to delete it. It was just a placeholder for the moment, and I'm going to make it I'm going to change it up to a 4, and then we're just going to slot that back in there. Now, first train should be Avanti West Coast Manchester, that bypasses Birmingham and just goes straight down to London. So that in its own should not be too difficult. Now we'll push pause. We need to change up some of these Avanti West Coast trains. I'm going to take 2 off of this line and put 2 on to the Edinburgh line once it's sort of built. So we want to go 2 tracks, yes please, and I would like you actually give you, is that we do want catenary, or actually we don't want, because it's a junction and this removes catenary for junctions, which is really nice. And then we'll want the catenary to come back, and then we'll bring it out to these sets of lights here, and then we'll try and peel it off and then go around this way. Okay, so that is one of. Let's go around. Which line do we want this to come on? Which train is this going to be, actually? There will be the terminus one that goes along, and then there will be the straight through one. So we're going to configure the station. We're going to add a platform in here, and this will be the Chiltern Railways platforms. So platforms please. We want the UK ones, but not the covers, so we need to go back. Waiting room, no. Standard, yes, standard UK. I don't want that, actually. I want tracks. Now I'm going to go with the standard tracks because I know that they work and they're super easy to place in stations. I might drag this out a touch as well. I might try and slot another building in there, perhaps. We want to go back to the UK stuff. Yep, we want to add a platform there, why the hell not? And one down there. Right, so this is... so those are different types of platforms. Are they the same height? They are pretty much the same height, are they? No. These other ones are smaller, so remove them. I actually know which ones I'm supposed to be looking for, so I need to go in here. Yeah, it's these ones. So place that in there, yeah. Because this is UK station new, not old. Right, that can go in there. And then we'll connect this to our main line. Now we are going to have to diamond this. I think that's long enough potentially to get a diamond in. Maybe we should have used the no catenary for this so it looks slightly neater, and maybe should have used it coming into there as well. But yeah, that looks better. Right, so this will be one line, which is great, perfect. And then we need another line, right, to go around and then go through Crewe, which we'll have to add another platform or platforms onto Crewe, which is nice. It's fine. So let's configure this station. We'll add some of these, actually. Add one at each end, add two at each end. And then we'll get a couple of platforms. Now these are the standard UK platforms. We'll probably make it green to keep it the same as the previous platform modules that are there. Again, we want good old catenary for this. Oops, a daisy. I knew that was going to happen. It seems to always try and jump and snap onto something like this one right here. It's like addicted to that. Yeah, maybe get one with a waiting room at the end. I think the game is. Oh, I thought it had crashed there. Yeah, and I'll get a waiting room at the end. Which is going to look kind of weird because yeah, just add that, and then we'll get the, is it in under miscellaneous, the roofs, the roof covers. I'm pretty sure they're in here somewhere. Is it in King's Cross? Fences, tracks, platforms. I think they're in here actually. No, I actually, oh, canopies. There we go. So we'll add a canopy there, 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 and there. Make it slightly different. It looks a bit weird with the waiting room at the other end there, but that's pretty cool. Yep, there's one of the Avanti West Coast trains there. So this one is going to pop out. We need to actually finish configuring the station, which you've not done. Yeah, so I want this 1 and 2. And then we're going to have to pull it down this way. So, yeah. Have that go in there. Right, again, that's, there is catenary there though, and then the catenary starts again over here, so that's fine. But then we want this one to head off and go round the back of the airport, and then I think we'll do that West Midlands train. I think I'll get a terminus platform in there and bring it round. So this one goes to crew. It's going up slightly. I don't mind it going up slightly, but I think that is as high as I am willing to let it go. And then, yeah, go flat. Right, so it's taking a large chunk out of the land. That's okay. And then we want it to go down this way. Right, now pop you round. Which one? I think it's that one there. So obviously these are subject to change, these stations, as more lines become available. And then place that in there. Right, now that can pop off on its merry way to London. Now the reason there's nothing going from Manchester to Birmingham as of yet is because I think it's cross country it does that, but those are lines that go like further south. So there's Manchester, Birmingham, Gloucester, Bristol, down to Southampton and Bournemouth. So we'd have to get those trains in. I think I know how I would like to do that, and probably bring them in that way, and then bring them out through this way. So this station here is probably going to change, but that is one line pretty much done. In fact, that's two lines pretty much done, and then we need to get our Avanti West Coast Manchester London train, which is pretty much done as well. But we'll do that West Midlands one also. We'll get the first three done, and then we'll do the crew to Birmingham train, which I think will be pretty cool. Now we could have it go out this way and then come around there, or we could just have it go around this way, which I think will be easier, and then just have it go into there. Again, we could add a little terminus platform at this side and then have it come round. We'll have to see which trains are available as well. I'm pretty sure that we've got tons of West Midland stuff, and I'm sure we've got Chiltern Railways stuff as well. Now obviously we don't have London Marylebone Station because it's getting a bit crowded for stations down in London currently, so we are just going to have them be going to Houston, and I might change up some of the lines. Now that's there, which is fine for the moment, but this is going to have to go. No, that in fact is going to have to stay, and then we're going to have one here. Right. Okay. Very nice. Right, we'll configure that station later. This is going to need signals as well. So 1 and 2. And we'll pop another one down here. Right, from Manchester to... well, this one actually bypasses. So we shall have it do that. Now I'd like it to bypass this way. We'll get the other train that heads south, and then this one here. That's all good. Or does this one go via Crewe? No, I think it just does it go via Crewe? Because we could have it go via Crewe and then just go that way. I've actually closed from the screen the Manchester to London. Select the train, please. 2 hours and 23 minutes apparently. Avanti West Coast. Yeah, you've got 5 stops. Stockport, Macclesfield, right, doesn't go through Crewe. That's fine. So we can have it bypass. Right, so yeah, I want to bring it out from here. I'm going to pause the game because this train here might get upset. Oh wow. What are you trying to... you tried to snap to the road. Well, ain't that cute. But it's wrong. There we go. Pull this out that way. Right, so this one is going to go pretty much over the top of Birmingham, but then it's going to connect up to this section of rail over here. So now we might have to push these rails back, because I would imagine this is going to grow quite large. And then bring this down here. Right, I'd like this to come out. At a point where it's at the same level. Is that the same level? Yeah, it looks good. And then bring that to there. And that should be all good as well. And then pull this. Delete that section. I think we can get this to go, yeah, straight-ish would be nice. Okay, perfect. Let's add some signals into there. So stop you there, stop you there, stop the there, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then we're going to have to stop you there and you there. I don't really want any trains to be stopping there. I might just leave that one in. Okay, so now we have the routes made up. But we're going to do, or I'm going to do, the Edinburgh one first, because I think that is going to be the possibly the most precarious line to do. And I'm going to swap 2 of the trains that are on the route to Glasgow over to that route. I might make via Edinburgh and Preston, Edinburgh to Manchester, but this doesn't go via Edinburgh. Oh, that's Carlisle. Okay. Yeah, it's a different route. I was looking at the wrong station there. Yeah, I was looking at this because I wanted to see. Yeah, there's some people going on it. But yeah, we need to come from over here. So again, it's another train that's going to be sharing this station. So add a line. Yes, please. I'd like it maybe to come in on 1, which it can't actually do presently. Let's alter that so that it can come in on 1. Yeah, you stay snapped to there and then branch off into there. Right, now we are going to have to slip switch this. Okay, so new line. Edinburgh is number 1. I'm going to make this yellow so I can actually see it. Right, so we don't know where it's going in as of yet, but it is going to go around and through Carlisle. So that's kind of the wrong way. It's not split off, so we'll have to check that. In fact, let's do this manually. Right, so after Edinburgh, let's bring you in on 4 in Carlisle. Okay, so there it goes into 4. At Preston. No, because that one goes to Manchester, so you need to come in on 1 at Preston. And then you need to go into Wigan, which is a line I'd also like to. So 2 at Wigan, that's good. And then you're going to have to split off here. So you're going into 3. Yes, well done, very nice. And then you're going into Birmingham. Also very nice. And then you're going down to London, Houston, where it's going straight in there. That's fine, that's totally fine. Now it has split off on the way back, so that's perfect. Unless I go to click on the first station, yeah, it's not perfect. It's trying to veer off towards Manchester. Right, so Birmingham on 4, please. There we go. Excuse me. Crewe. That's actually on the right platform at Crewe. Wigan, yes. Preston. I'm assuming, yes. Yep, it's all good there. And then Carlisle. Yeah, you see, you jumped ship there. You should have just stayed on. Actually, what is this platform on the way in? 6. Okay, go into Carlisle on 6. Right, and on the way back, you can come in on 5. So that sort of splits up Carlisle a bit there. Now you go around this way, you're all good here. I think there's so much clutter, so many tracks, and then you head round that way, down into there, and then you go into platform number 1. Well, I'll be. So that is good, actually. So this will be Avanti West Coast, EDIN to London Euston LE. LE, London Euston. Right, there is another Avanti West Coast. Right, Avanti West Coast. Yeah, I want this to change as well. Ah, delete the whole thing. My bad. Coast, Glasgow to LA. There we go. Change that up to red now that we know it's all good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to split some trains off to go onto that line. Now actually go into Wigan, find them. Oh, that's Edinburgh. Glasgow, right. First one, where are you, my friend? So you are heading down past Manchester. You've got 71 of something on board. You're heading for Carlisle. You are heading to Preston. You are heading up to Crewe. Okay, so I want to change this one and then another one. So we're going to fast forward this. It's a wee bit laggy at 3 times speed. We're going to swap this over another line. And we're going to add trains to the new lines. A Chiltern Railways and another Avanti West Coast. In fact, since we're waiting for you to cruise down to London, let's actually have a look in here and see what we've got. So buy vehicles. Now in here somewhere there should be an Avanti West Coast Virgin. Yeah, Avanti. There we go. 7 coach or 5 coach. 125 miles per hour. 98. Yeah, we're going to use that. That's going to go up to Manchester. Now we need a Chiltern Railways. Regional. Right, we'll find that somewhere. We need to be wary that the train doesn't sneak in past me before I can set on its next line. Buy vehicles. GMPT, Greater Anglia, Northern Railways, ScotRail, Strathclyde, Northern Fictional, Class 4, 5, 6. I mean, what we could do, there's a plane. So a lot of people actually, the airplane episode got a lot of feedback. Someone did say that could we not get, instead of Aer Lingus, get Ryanair? And there is definitely Ryanair liveried planes for Transport Fever 1, but there's none, unfortunately, for Transport Fever 2. Another person said to use the Concorde. Now, we used the Concorde previously in a flight from Paris to Manchester. And even though it wasn't really a very long route, it didn't really get up to speed. So what I'm going to do is, because I do want to use them and some other international aircraft liveries, is I'm going to see if that airport off the map works, and then we'll have flights going to America, heading out to the west, and then we'll have some flights going to Europe, some Lufthansa, KLM, etc., heading out to the east there. Now where's this train? Hello train. Have you unloaded your passengers? Okay, right, that's good. Set you on a line. Edinburgh to... yeah. So you're changing. Right. Now I will please tell me you're going to Birmingham first. You are. Now the next train on this line, I will... or on the Glasgow line, I'll leave. There's a British Airways landing in there. So Glasgow, right, where are you? You're at Crewe. You're at Glasgow. You are heading down to Preston. So this one here, right, I'm going to swap over. Ah, you're heading down to Preston that way though. Okay, so if you're there and the other one is at Glasgow, yeah, swapping this one over would probably be better. So it's going to take some time for that to actually get round to where it needs to go. So we'll go and add a few more trains onto some other lines. Now we'll do that little Midlands one as well. I'm going to try and get the Chiltern Railway stuff, or will we do the Manchester train? Okay, we need to make up the line for it though. So new line. We want to go from here. Again, I want you to be painted yellow so I can actually see where it is you're going. And then you are going to head down here to Manchester on hopefully one of these lines. yeah. So we've got lots of free lines there. That's nice. Do you actually split off? No, you do not. And the reason why it's not going to split off is because it's not actually, you don't actually have the diamond over here, so it can't split off. Right, there we go. Yeah, the pillarless catenary mod is great. You don't have these pillars in the middle of junctions and stuff anymore. It's really good. It's a nice addition. Well done to whoever added that. It's a really nice touch, and they've actually gone through the time to do that, to actually think like many other people who play this game and go, why the hell are there catenary posts in the middle of my rail tracks? So this one is heading out here. That's totally fine. I'm hoping that the Chiltern Railway one will sort of go in there. I can't launch it from this depot, unfortunately. But we will maybe launch it from like up here or something. Spin you round. Buildings. Get a depot. Yes, this will be nice for the, because I'll be able to release the Chiltern Railway train. Oh, that's a weird angle. Oh, and the autosave came on and it didn't actually build the depot. Magical. Right, come on you. There we go. Oh, it did build it. Sweet. Right, so into here, down to the bottom. A 7 coach. Do you think 142 people are gonna go on this? Let's go one of each. So buy that. Remove that. Add this. Buy that. Okay. So we want to set you on. That should just be line 1 because I've not renamed it yet. Right, that's going to take 50 billion million years to exit the depot. It's just something that happens now. I don't know why. There we go. First one is gone. I've not actually used this before, but I'm going to use it now. Avanti. Nothing, apparently. Chiltern. Nothing. I think it just gives you like, if I typed in 150, nothing. Ah. Well, that's good. Okay. Look for, right, maybe in here. Northern Railways, recolorable, West Midlands Railway, which we're actually going to need. Northern Rail. Right, the class 321 has literally tons. Great Western, London Midlands, London Northwestern, London Northwestern Railways, and London Midlands, Northern, Southern, something. Trans-Perth. I think those are Australian. Lots of NHS stuff, lots of Thameslink stuff. Okay, continue on. These are third rail stuff. And the third rail stuff is cool, but I'd like... See, Avanti. There's a class 350 Avanti. I'm going to add that. I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's like a third rail. Third rail's more in the south, is it not? Greater Anglia. Now I know that there are Chiltern Railways stuff in here. I know, I saw Turbo Star, Chiltern Railways livery. There we go. 4-car. Don't know what the difference is between the two, but we'll probably use them both. 128, yeah. Chiltern Turbo logo. Arriva. Yeah, I might use that. It's a 165. It's a 168. That's okay though. We've not built that line. We're waiting for. No. Who are you? And what do you do? Is this the one I actually wanted to change? Right, where are you? Wigan? Which direction are you heading? To London. Pride is heading to Carlisle. Was that the one I wanted to change? I did want to change one of them. Yeah, I think it was the Pride one I was going to change. Yeah, I think I will change the Pride one once it gets down. Or just delete the Pride one. Where is the current Edinburgh train? Where are you, my friend? Right, you're at Preston, heading up the way. Okay. So you're almost pretty much at Edinburgh. Okay, we'll mess about with that later. Where is my Manchester to London train? Line 1. You, my friend, heading to Manchester. There we go. That looks really nice. It's almost at Manchester, so we can probably go ahead and launch the next train. So removeth that. Go down to here. Line 1. Off it goes. And that one didn't stutter or lag at all. It just went straight into business. So this is Avanti, West Coast. And we'll go LDN or LE. London Euston to Manchester. Manchester. Change that to an E. Change that to a capital E. Right, so the second one is rolling out. There it is. So that's going to fit in quite nicely with the liveries. Now we want to do the route up to Birmingham. So let's pop another route out of there. It's extremely cluttered now with the air routes. I want you to go in there. You did go in there. Paint you yellow for the moment. Yeah, you're using that. Okay, so this is Chiltern. Oh, whoa. Chiltern Railways. London Euston to Burr, which is not actually a thing. It should be going to Marylebone Station. Obviously we don't have that. Let's get this on the go. So do we use the Turbo Star variant or do we use these? I'm going to go with these actually. Chiltern Railways. Add. Buy. Remove that. Add the second one. Buy. So one is 3 cars, one is 4 cars. Does this come in a 3-star, 3-car variant? 2-car, 2-car, Yeah, we'll go with these. I want to see what these ones look like. We may have the opportunity to add more Chiltern Railway stuff to the map later. Because they do sort of get around. Right, so you are heading out. You are very, very white. It does have the Chiltern Railways on the side, which is pretty cool. Right, so you head off in your merry way. We're still looking to change over one of those trains to the Edinburgh train. Right, so you are heading in. Nice, a road vehicle is old. That's okay. Going to Euston Station. Main line. I suppose it is, really. Right, another Avanti train has arrived. So you are here. This is heading for Preston, which is fine. This is heading for Crewe. Yeah, so we definitely want the Pride one to be swapped over to the Edinburgh line. It's going to get slightly congested on this railway. Right, so it's slow track here, and then you head off into fast track. Off it goes. Chiltern Railways. Nice. There we go. There's another Avanti train heading down. And once this one reaches the other side, we will let the other one go. And this is the one that goes to Birmingham. And then we'll configure Birmingham Station. And we shall add that West Midlands train that goes from Birmingham to Crewe. I think that'll be pretty cool, adding that as well. There we go, flock of birds there. Now you don't split off here, you should just go straight on. Oh no, you do branch off there. Is that the Pride train? It is, right, Pride train. You are changing imminently onto a different line. So push pause. These are all split up quite nicely, which I'm really happy about. Get the other Chiltern Railways train on the go. I maybe should have let this go like first or four. Well, not first. I should have let it go earlier. There's another plane coming in for landing. Looks like another British Airways number. But yeah, we'll be expanding the airports. I need to do a cleanup episode soon, and we should probably do a drive-by soon as well, because we've not done one of those in quite some time. Right, so you're heading in there, but we're waiting for the Pride train to arrive. Then we're gonna throw the old Pride train onto a different line. You're actually waiting. That sucks. Why do you head out onto that way and then cross over? Why don't you just stay on that side? That triggers me. Triggers me greatly. Right, Edinburgh train, please tell me that you're heading for Carlisle. Are you going towards Edinburgh? No, you're coming back from Edinburgh. It's okay, it's spaced out, we'll say decently. Right, you are in. You are unloading passengers, which is fine. And then I want you to go on Edinburgh. Right, so off it goes. Perfect. Perfect. Now obviously we've got a train that goes to Crewe and in Edinburgh, but I want to Passenger buildings. I want one of these teeny tiny. Well, you go in there. In fact, you're really teeny tiny. Okay, so we want that at this side as well. Is that even? Is that even gonna work? Who the hell knows? We're about to find out. Tracks. The only thing is we're not going to be able to extend it out because this one curves around. It's probably going to be a small train that is going to be running on here, or a smaller train. We'll leave another platform there as well, just in case we want to bring something in from somewhere else. So this is a UK new station, so we needeth, oh dear God, where's the platform? That 1, 2, and 3. Right, hold on, push pause. There's 110 people want to go to crew. Well, hopefully they'll be able to jump on this little number here. Now that's right. See, you've gone across straight to there, which isn't too bad as long as I can get come on, a diamond in there. Right, if it worked at that side, it should work at this side. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Transport Fever. I had a feeling that that was just going to be like, no, no, you can't have that, go away, no. Right, now these stations are often uneven. So how are you going to do this? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we go 4, right? 4 that way. And then platforms. Yeah, we're going to miss one though. So it maybe should only be 3. Who knows? I really need to actually take the time at some point and work on stations. Do like a couple of just random station builds and see how they get on. It's sort of practice for building stations. Extended tracks, platforms. Yeah, but we'll want green platform. Doing this side first will be totally fine. This isn't green platform though, is it? No, it is. Okay, and then we're going to pull this out. So again, give me the non-catenaried little version there. I can also pull something out here and get the depot going. Yeah. Right, build that please. And bring you out to there. I thought it was going to go there. Wait, this section is just, there we go. Go there we go. Yeah, that's nice. It is catenaried as well. I don't know if we need it to be catenaried, but one thing I can do is pull this out here and get a depot in there. Sweet. And this is a teeny tiny little route, so managed line. Why have I made this so large? There we go. You go there, crew, and then go around to Birmingham. So you split off nicely, and then you go out into there, so that is nice. Make it red. Change this up to West Midlands Railway crew to Birmingham. Okay, that's nice. Buy vehicle. Now, do I want a diesel for this? I'm pretty sure there are West Midland stuff in here. This is all alphabetical, so no. Nothing in there. Northern Rail, Northern Spirit Regional Railways. Try the Southwestern, ScotRail, Western Railways, Arriva. Northern Unbranded. That's South Coast Railways, right? SCR. Northern Trains. The Turbo Star, Arriva, Chiltern, Great Western. Let's head down. Ooh, fuck, no, stay there. First Great Western, AMD, FCC, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Greater Anglia, London Midlands, Southern Rail first, Transport for London, Cross Country, EMR, East Midlands Railway. We were looking for West Midlands Railway, London North Western Railways. Where are the West Midlands Railway stuff? Great Western Railway. I don't think there's actually anything in here, because these are just the same trains but longer variants. ScotRail, Transport for London, East Midlands, Northern Transport, Northern Trains even. Is what? London Midlands, LNWR, LM, Southwest Trains, Stagecoach Trains, livery. Where does that run? Southern Rail, London Northwestern, London Northwestern, West Midlands Railway. There we go, found one, which is nice. Transport for London, 47 variants of that. Okay, so we've got one. There we go. Add that, West Midlands Railway. Buy. I'm only going to put one on here. Chiltern Railways, no. You're going to be down at the bottom because it's West Midlands Railway. Push plate. Let it roll out. There we go, that's nice. Never seen that livery before. You're just heading round the corner to Birmingham. Good, good, good. Right, so we will leave it there for that episode. We got our Edinburgh to London service done via Birmingham. We got Crewe to Birmingham, Birmingham to London with the Chiltern Railways, and Manchester to London as well with the Avanti West Coast. So we did a few lines there today. I didn't build this line out in NIMBY Rails, but I will build it out in NIMBY Rails for the next episode, and you can sort of see where it goes. Obviously we don't have all the small towns and villages and cities in between. That's not something we have. Transport Fever maps probably not big enough to do that. Now for the whole of the UK you'd have to do it in sections, i.e. southern, and then maybe London, western, east coast, the north, the Midlands. You'd have to break it up into sections. There are a lot of YouTubers that do that, that sort of work their way through, like they start in the south and then work their way up, and they've got all the little towns in between, which is a really good idea because it gives you a chance to use add a lot more towns and cities. It gives you the chance to use all the sort of bus liveries, all the different train networks and the different trains and their liveries. Obviously we don't have that much space, so we're probably not going to have that. So this is still empty. That's okay, we are going to leave it there for that episode. I did not think that train was actually going to stop at Crewe. It did. But yeah, we're going to leave it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there is more you would like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. But I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever 2 on the UK map, and I will catch you later.